All right. And yes, Wendy, please put on your AI note taker. Getting so fancy.
Done.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. It's 5 after. We'll try to keep this moving along tonight. We've got a lot to talk about. So basically, we've got FOMCON coming up. We're very excited. There are many rituals that are happening at FOMCON. The key rituals that I want to talk to you all about tonight, is the lighting of the torches fellowship ritual, which will take place at 11 p.m. Thursday night after the reception, and the flag ceremony and just entrance gates ritual for the luncheon, which will take place at 11 a.m. 12 hours later, Friday morning. All right, we've got Leilani. All right, so there will be other rituals as well. We will have a Hanui ritual, which will take place after the lighting of the torches fellowship ritual. Uh, the the fellowship and the Hanui ritual will be on the beach Thursday night. Um, the luncheon involves quite a few different things. So we've got the entrance, which is the gates ritual, which is also we're kind of combining that with the flag ritual. And then when you're into the luncheon, there's going to be like a beginning and ending, and also we're going to try to put the feast of the Moai included in the luncheon. If any of you were at the FOMCON 10 years ago, we had the feast of the Moai for the first time, and we had it as a dinner thing. And it's just basically an elaborate toasting ritual. So we're gonna try to like streamline those and put those all together for the luncheon, because we don't want to be doing like weird toasting rituals at the Mai Kai, which is what our banquet's going to be this year.
We want to be, but we
We
can't.
want to be, but it's just not going to be conducive with the show, and we don't want to have everyone hear our secrets. So that's kind of what's going on ritual wise. There will also be like if you have a chapter ritual that you want to do, like Gumbo Limbos, I think we'll be doing an initiation chapter ritual. Just if you have something like that, just kind of let me know, and we'll try to figure out when to schedule these kind of things. So, what I want to do is run through those two things first, so that way all the Tohungas can go away, and then the Kwoolukus, if you can stay, we'll just briefly touch base about the ritual items and what's going on in Rocco Orongo right now. All right, sound good? Yeah. All right. Everyone looks frozen. Is everyone frozen?
Everyone is frozen, I hope.
Can you hear me?
Actually,
Yep.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
she's back.
That freaked me out.
There
Okay.
we go.
All right. Did you hear anything I said?
No,
Yes.
we heard
Oh,
you up until what's
up
going on
until
in
you
Racco
froze.
Orongo.
Okay,
That's fine.
that's fine. That's fine. You heard all the rest. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. All right, share. And then I want to go to my, how do I get to the hotel on the internet? No? Can I not do that?
That one.
Okay.
And share. And then you just switch the tab to the hotel.
Okay. Go away. I can't get there. Okay, here we go. All right. So what I wanted to start with, can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So this is, if you go on the website of Ocean Manor, there is this really awesome thing where you can actually see a dimensional view of the hotel. So when you come to the hotel, this is the first thing you're going to see is,
Rotate it up so it's more.
yeah. Hold on. How do I do that? Huh? I forget how to do that. There we go. There we go.
Giving everyone vertigo.
Sorry. Too low still.
Mouse eye view.
All right, there we go. So this is the lobby when you first check in. I was doing this really well the other day. Let's see. Okay. This is the main lobby. You can see it's just kind of like a square. It's got some furniture and so forth. If you, sorry, I'm going to go up here. So this is the lobby. There's a restaurant here. Can you all see my cursor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a restaurant here. This is the main lobby. This is where the elevators are. There's some offices over here, and then this is the hallway to the ballroom. The ballroom is this black space that is in the empty right now. So, we unlike the tiki, we can't just all line up in this hallway because we'll be blocking everything. So what I've worked out is a plan to get us, like, we'll all group at the restaurant, which we have access to during the day. And then we're going to breadcrumb. There'll be like all the chapters are going to get together in here. And then there'll be different Kwooluku ushers there, here, 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 and here. And we will launch groups. So it'll be like chapter at a time, and it'll be by the charter date. So the Kahikis will go first, Red Palms, Kontiki, Gumbo Limbo, etc. So we'll have this group, this person will launch to here, and then they'll come over to here, and then they'll go in. So that's kind of what's going on there. All right, let's go now to... Oh, yeah, we're going to switch the overhead view again, which I think is that one. No.
No, it was just forget it.
All right. So let me go ahead to my over here. Sorry, I had to think about it. Okay.
I don't know if they ask if they can see that.
Can you see this?
You'll have to
Look
change
up.
your share. You're just still in the
Okay,
browser.
I'm still on the browser. Sorry. How do I do it?
Hit stop share. It's up there.
Stop share. Share again. And this time we want to go here. Okay.
Then hit.
Share. All right. Can I make that go away?
It goes away in
All right.
a moment.
All right. So this is where we just were, standing in the lobby. Here's the lobby. Here's the restaurant. Here's the elevators, and here's that hallway. The ballroom is over here. So this is what I was talking about. We will have all of the chapters congregating in the restaurant. So we'll want to start showing up like 10:30, because we want to start this at 11. So at 10:30, everyone come to the ballroom. And then we'll have the purple ovals are different Kwoolukus, and those are the breadcrumbs. And you can see that we're walking down. The main thing is we want to keep, like, there are other people at the hotel. Unlike the tiki, we're not selling out the whole thing. So we need to have people be able to go out to the beach and out, to the elevators and to their offices and so forth. So we don't want to clog up this yellow area. All right. So the hallway here, this is now the ballroom.
Go back.
Go back.
Highlight this part. So this part that she's got her cursor over right now. Okay, now when she scrolls down, she's going to point out where that is.
That's right here.
Slow it down.
So the ballroom has this kind of weird diagonal entrance, and there is a vestibule right here. So let's pretend this is the Kahiki chapter. They're all lined up. Previous to coming into the ballroom, we are going to have people stationed already in the ballroom. And I don't know what that CON is. And so basically the red dots are all of the flag holders. So everybody who's coming to FOM as a chapter will have a flag that will go onto a flag holder, and we need a designated flag holder. So something tonight that we need from you to start thinking about is, who is your flag holder? The yellow dots are the Sacred Five. Plus myself. So we have here and here is Don and Rev, and they're going to have their war clubs, and they're going to be crossed. If anyone remembers 10 years ago, you have to have the password. So when you come in, you're going to tell me the password. If you don't tell me the right password, you're not allowed to come in. I got to go to the end of the line.
Go ahead and tell them.
But the password is hahi hahi, which means gathering or to assemble. And we will be putting that into the welcome package, And I will also make sure all the Kwooluku know that password. So hopefully everyone will know.
Tohungas who are
And the Tohungas also, yes. But I'm hoping that will go pretty smoothly. So you'll if you're in the Kahiki, you'll come here and the first person will come to me, say hahi hahi. Jeff and Rev will move their Jeff and Don will move their war clubs and you'll come in. These pink dots are conch blowers, and we've decided to keep the conch blowing until everybody's into the room. Just we don't want to be like blowing conchs in the lobby or like somewhere where other guests will be annoyed. As you come in, you'll come through this gauntlet, but it's a less sinister. There's going to be no punching or hitting or anything, but it's a double-sided flag gauntlet. And then here at the end will be Chisel, Sweetbeak, right?
Chisel Swing.
Yeah, Chisel Swinger and Sweetbeak, and they will be holding the FOM flag here. Here, and here are the other three temple people, Suzanne, Hatiki, and Short Round, and they will be assembling everyone to their table, or, giving numbers to the tables or telling numbers to the tables. What we're looking at doing is splitting people up. If you're a couple and you have to sit together, that's fine, but we're trying to do is not make it like, here's the Tongariki table and here's the Gumbo Limbo table. We want people to intermix and really start to get to know each other if they don't already. So after everyone's seated, the conch blowers will blow their conchs and we will start the meeting. All right, stop share. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah, thumbs up, everybody? Yeah? Okay. So that is the Friday 11 a.m. luncheon. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's me in the dark.
Hello.
So people are marching in, but there's nobody in the room, right?
All of the people, all the flags people will be there, and the temple people will be there.
Okay.
So
the first people who come in there's not going to be that many people there to see them, but by the time the last people come in, everybody will be in the room.
Correct.
Okay.
And so like when the Kahiki chapter comes in, they're going to be counted off like 1, 2, 3, 4, like, so they're going to actually disperse to all different tables. And then when the red palms come in, same thing, and they'll be dispersed to all different tables. So hopefully, by the time the younger chapters get there, they're just going to come and fill in to all those tables, and there's already people waiting for them there. So hopefully it will feel
Somebody
welcoming.
has to be first.
Yeah, hopefully it will feel welcoming.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame to do this nice procession, but the first people coming in, hardly anyone's there to see them process, but there's probably no other way to do it.
Yeah, we're kind of a
Is it
little
more
bit
about walking through
Yeah.
the experience as an individual, as part of the FOM, through the flags and that,
Exactly. Thank you, Suzanne. Yes. So
Yeah.
the idea is like you're having this moment where you're like saying the password, you get the things moved out of your way, you go in, and then there's all the flags. So it's really more of a personal experience than a parade. Yeah. Any other questions? All right. Let's go back in time to the previous evening, which will be a Thursday night reception party. And I'm sorry I'm doing this backwards, but it just seemed to make more sense to kind of show you the hotel and stuff first. The reception will be down by the cabanas, which is by the pool and near the beach. Hold on, there's like a hot rod going by. Okay. So the party is from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's going to be like a mixer reception kind of thing. Throughout the area where the cabanas are, I have cement bases made. And so what we'll do is have those same flagpoles with the flags all around the whole perimeter of the area. So it'll be decor, but it's also going to help us to get everybody out to the beach in an orderly fashion. So at 10:30, we're going to tell everybody, hey, the party's winding down. Make sure you get another drink. Make sure you go to the bathroom, etc., etc. And at 10:30, quarter to 11, all of the Kwooluku and people that are involved, like the temple founders, those type of people, will go to one of the cabanas where we're going to have a bunch of torches, which Wendy and the Commodore have made these amazing torches. Wendy, can you like turn your camera on and show us one?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Spotlighter if you can.
Let's see. Let me how do I do that?
Go down there, the three
dots and
spotlight for everyone. Up.
There we go. All right. So hold it up a little higher so they can see. The base is a bamboo pole. Yeah. And then the light is just a little torch, little LED tea light. So, all right, I'm gonna take you off.
And this is because we're gonna go to the beach where there's no actual flame allowed. This is a very cost-effective and pretty impressive looking torch, I think.
And we don't have to worry about catching ourselves on fire either. All right. So
thanks, Wendy.
Well, and also if we have a serious weather situation, we can do this indoors if we have to using the ballroom. So that gives us an immediate ability to pivot.
Yeah, it's a win-win. All right, so basically we're gonna all assemble, like all of us that's on this call, right? Well, not the Tohungas, but the Kwooluku and temple and founder people. We're all gonna go and we're gonna assemble. We're gonna like sit there and turn them all on and put them in their little torches. What we're gonna do is have buckets for each chapter. So some of the bigger chapters like Kwike, Tongariki, Gumbo Limbo, we might have 2 buckets. And we're going to have cloths that go over top of them. Then anyone who is a Kwooluku, a founder, or a temple person, or myself, will have individual torches. And we will have individual cloth, like handkerchiefs for those as well. So the whole idea for the evening is kind of like a sleight of hand. Like when you're lighting your torch, I'll get there, but yeah.
Explain that the whole point of this
is
we light torches from each other, and since we can't touch flame to flame,
so instead we're gonna like boop and then take off the cloth and it looks like it's lit from each other. All right, so let me go to the share screen. And let me switch to, can I do that? No. All right, hold on. Let me do that again. Sorry.
You didn't stop the sharing. Oh, this might work actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like the same tab. Okay. Can everyone see that? Yeah. Okay. So can I zoom out? There we go. One more. Okay, so when this is the ocean, this is the beach. And so basically what we're looking to do is create concentric circles based on our charter date. So we have the Kahikis, red palms, Kantiki, Gumbo Limbo, and so on and so forth, wrapping around a central circle. And the way we're going to do this is basically at 11 o'clock, we're going to go, all of the Kwoolukus are going to go with their little torches, already lit, and go stand by the flag. So whoever is your flag bearer for the ceremony for the luncheon is also going to be your flag bearer for this portion of the evening. So the flag bearer is going to show up, all of the chapters going to show up, and you're just going to clump around your flag. For those that have positions in the ceremony, let me go a bit bigger. So we have the temple people. We have the 2 conch blowers again. We have myself. We've got John Tiki Hanu. Say it again.
Ho'amanu.
Thank you. With the flag, and we'll have Chisel and Sweetbeak with the with there as a founder. All right. So then what we're gonna do is, where's the hold on. Let me get to the. Oh, I gotta stop share again. Hold on. Boom, boom. Share to. There we go. All right. So here is this ritual. So basically what we're going to do, this is what I just talked about, getting together. Make that bigger. Yeah, right here. Ugh, sorry. There we go. So this is where I'm talking about, like, we need 23 small cloths and 16 large cloths, 16 buckets, and so forth. But you're basically all going to gather around the flags as chapters, and then the Tagada is going to say, "Aloha, aloha, moai, assemble. Please gather with your chapter around your flag pole." So then we'll wait for everybody, and then it'll say, "Can I make this smaller?" I can't really read it. All right. Okay. So please proceed by chapter in order of charter date. So Rocket Betty is going to be the wrangler, and she's actually going to be the wrangler in the restaurant the next day too. So she's the parade procession wrangler. So you got to listen to her, and you can also kind of figure out who your chapter is, like who you're behind and who's, like, that's all you need to know. So like Kontiki needs to know that they're always behind red palms, that kind of thing. We're gonna have them blow the conchs. That was before the aloha aloha. And then basically the flag bearer for each chapter is gonna take the flag with the kwooluku, guide them down to the beach, and then we'll help everyone get into these like circular concentric circles. Once everybody is in a circle, we're going to have you cover your flame up. So then it just becomes pitch black. There are no torches lit whatsoever.
But there is a fair amount of light.
Yeah, there's ambient from the restaurant and so forth. And there's going to be like crazy people up in the bar, like laughing and singing and stuff. So there'll be some ambiance. So then once I realize that all the lights are out, I'll say, Tagada Eo, the fellowship is gathered. And then the conch blowers are going to blow the conch 2 more times. And then we'll start the ritual. So basically the ritual is one that Ahu created for like the last FOMCON 10 years ago. And it's all about keeping the torches lit and spreading the torches onward and outward. So he's going to tell the story. And like I said, he's going to basically like touch his fig torch to Chisel and Sweetbeak's torch, and they're gonna like take their cloths off, and it looks like they're lit. And then I'm gonna do the same thing and light everybody else's, and then we're gonna do it. So if you are a Kwooluku for your chapter, you've got this bucket of torches, right? So you've got to wait for someone to light your torch. You take off your handkerchief, and then you like ceremoniously like put it towards the bucket, and then take the handkerchief off, and it's like, oh, they're all lit, and then you can pass them out to everybody in your chapter. And that's pretty much the ritual, and then we're going to do some stuff, and then this is the order of the chapters, and I can put this up in Rako Orongo, or we could put it up with the Tohungas as well, but it's on the board,
It's also just on Fertile.
It's on the Moai. That's where we found all the information. Eventually, we're going to talk about the chapter Eternal. So the central circle will douse their lights, and we'll put the flag down, and we'll have a moment of silence for them. And then we'll light our lights back up, put the flag up, and we'll have a toast, and that'll be the end of the ritual. All right. Are there questions about that? Does that make sense?
You said there will be a toast. We're bringing our own beverages down, you said earlier?
It's not really a toast. We're just going
to say Totau and Amo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not actually going to have beverages for that portion.
If you sneak a beverage down,
I was going to say.
I think many will, but that.
Okay. Got it.
This is how we don't have a permit.
Yeah.
Where we're walking out of the reception, so I'm sure some people will still have a cup in their hand, right? Sure. But some of us will have our hands full, but I think that will be probably managed.
But that was a good question.
And the other thing we should add is the goal will be to flow from this directly into a Honori pheasant. So I don't know if you were going to go into detail on that, Luru, but
so when this is done, we're all just gonna like shake hands and talk to each other, and we'll give a 5 or 10 minutes just to be generally happy about being together as fellows. And then we'll go ahead, like the people in charge, myself, Don, Jeff, so forth, Suzanne, etc., are going to be like, hey, we're gonna do Hanui now, so we'll get those members, and Don's the head shrinker. He'll go ahead and make sure that the people that are getting their fez going through that ritual will know to be there at that point. Hopefully they'll be there for the first ritual, but they'll know to expect to have their fezzes and so forth. It'd be great for everybody to have their fezzes for all of the rituals. I feel like that goes without saying, but yes, please. We do have fezzes of shame. I'm sure we can make out of Dixie cups and so forth. But yeah, so basically the people that are not Hanui will have to like step back or go to the restaurant and bar and enjoy. But we'll
probably
move
encourage
down
everyone
to
to
beach.
head back.
Yeah.
Because just the logistics, it'll be a lot simpler if they do.
So it'll be like a regular Hanui fezzing ritual like we do at Lake George. It'll be like, okay, now's the time. And
can't guarantee it. Most people probably, but yeah, let's be careful.
Huh? Yeah, no. I'm not saying anymore. But
Can I just ask one clarification?
Mm-hmm.
So the Thursday reception from 8 till about 10:30, we can bring our honeys with us, right?
Yes.
And then at 10:30, we send them off on their own. We do the rituals. Somewhere around 11-ish, the non-Hanui will have to go away. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way it'll work, Heather, is when we start assembling people toward the end of the reception, we'll say something explicit to the guests, like, "Hey, all the fellows are going to step away for a minute. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like, because there'll be seating in the area, or you can go to the bar, do whatever you want, and we'll have your loved one back to you probably in 20 to 30 minutes."
Yeah.
Just to give them, the bar will be open, so they can just walk into the beach bar if they want, or they can go up to the lobby bar, or back to the room or whatever they want to do. So we will definitely address the guests who are at the reception and say, we're going to step away. Here are your options, and we'll be back. And I think we'll be very transparent with all fellows attending that there is going to be a Honui fezzing happening, because traditionally at FOMCON, if fellows are around when that's happening, we let them observe from a distance, right? So we kind of push them back a bit, right? So people want to stay on the beach, that's fine. It just will have them at a little bit of a distance from where the ritual's happening, or if they don't care, they can just go up to the bar or go find their spouse or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And the bar is right on the beach. So honestly, the people in the bar are going to be able to, like, we'll walk down a little bit, but it's not like
they will be able to see that something is going on and there are people there. They will not be able to hear or understand what's going on for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said 10:30, but like your spouse or significant other can be around till 11. The party's till 11.
If we say 10:30, we might get them out of there by 11.
There you go.
They got to finish up that last drink. They got to say goodbye,
Yeah, no, I was saying on a call earlier this week that I think we'll probably make a pre-announcement around 10:30.
Yeah.
Start getting the witch doctors and the leaders who need to do stuff organized around quarter of, so that we're basically ready to go right at 11. So there'll be activity. It'll be very clear something's coming and people starting to get organized, things like that.
Suzanne, you have something to add?
I have a question actually about official attire for both of these time periods.
Yes.
When are we wearing
All right, as I mentioned,
official stuff?
If you have a fez, please wear a fez. For the parade of the flag banquet, that whole kind of, it's not really a parade, but the luncheon is what I'm trying to say. You want to wear your chapter or Tongane outfits. Like, if you don't have something specific, at least wear like the colors. We're going to be taking photographs of the chapters. This has been a tradition for the last 2 cons. So if you don't have an official lava, you might want to think about putting one together. Tongane just designed its own fabric and is making lava, so people can make their own lavas or outfits. Some chapters have like bowling shirts or whatever you have. Maybe you just have t-shirts. Like I love my CBTiki Tongane shirt. So
Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff chime in too.
Okay. So yeah. Jeff, do you want to also chime in?
Yeah, I think the luncheon is kind of the more photographic one, where we're looking for, I mean, it's not required, right? But in the past, that's where the group attire was at its heaviest, right? Where obviously this year with the showcase, we may see a round two of that from people. Whereas the reception is more of an individual thing, right? Obviously, if you got your finery, feel free to wear it. I'll probably have different outfits for that versus the luncheon. So I'll be rotating through stuff.
But for those that are Honui already, the Thursday night reception, you at least want your fez available to flow into the Honui. I mean, who knows how hot it'll be in September in Florida on the beach. But I will say that like we were there, our first scouting trip to the Ocean Manor was Labor Day. So, really the heat of the summer and during the day and the breeze, it was very comfortable.
Yeah.
So.
All right. We have another question. Oceana Nalu.
Who, me? So is there a recommended way to choose who's going to be the flag bearer?
Oh, good.
This is a
within
good
your
question.
chapter.
Yeah. Jeff, do you have ideas on this?
I think in the past it's tended to be one of the more senior members by time in, right? So but it can really be whatever choice, right? It's kind of like the Olympic team parade, right? Where they're like sometimes it's the youngest member of the Olympic team, sometimes it's the oldest, sometimes it's the one who has the most medals. Like everybody has their own criteria for that. So I think if you said what's the easiest default, I'd say figure out who's going, who's got the most time in, and pick that person if you don't have some other criteria you like, because that's an easy one. But there's a lot of ways.
Can you send me a list of who's coming from our chapter?
I can tell you.
Yeah, we'll distribute an updated list of that. We sent one around a few weeks ago, so there definitely been some additions. In fact, two Quakes bought one yesterday, so we'll distribute fresh lists soon.
Okay, thank you.
And just as a teaser, sometime in the next 4 to 5 days, we're going to send out a date to book by, because we will have to give head counts to the Maikai. So that's only a couple weeks away. So we'll start saying to people like, if you're coming, now it's time to get off the fence, because we have to give head counts at the end of July. So that is coming, and probably will drive a few more people off the fence.
So Jeff, what is our head count right now?
Right now we are at, I believe, 117 fellows and about 17, 15 guests. And I know there's at least a couple of people on the screen here who haven't even bought their tickets yet, so we're easily going to break 120 fellows. We have invited some of the initiates who are on their final approach for the trials to go ahead and book, so there are some initiates in that count.
But that's close to half the order. We're around 250 or getting close to 250 total.
120 was our goal, so I feel really good about that.
Our budget math is working out pretty well.
So, okay, King Don?
Yeah, just I guess a question about how to handle this. I've already registered, but after Ohana, people convinced my wife that she should come as a companion. So I need to add her. I didn't see an obvious way to do that since I've already registered. Is there
you and I can take that offline. I can add her and charge your card on file, Don, easily. So I can just amend your registration.
Okay.
And that's a good question, because what we'll probably put in that drop dead thing is we'll say, hey, if you want to add someone to your registration, that's easy. Just tell us, right? Because we can just charge the card on file.
Okay. Sounds good.
So just to kind of recap as far as like your takeaway of what you guys need to figure out is you need a flag. You need a flagpole finial if you want one. I have the actual flagpoles, which are just sticks. I posted, I'm sorry, that was obscene. They're sticks. I posted a picture of like the diameter, it's 1 inch. And I have like a screw in the top. So if you're building something, I know Motor City Moai, we're doing like some kind of printed,
Well, don't tell what they're doing.
Well,
They
okay.
Well,
No, I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Like, you could do like a carving, you could do a seashell, you could do a found object, whatever. But just kind of let me know what you're doing. I need to know the flagpole color. So right now they're just wood, but if you want it to be painted blue or silver or green or purple or whatever, I need to know that.
We've got these long dowel rods in our garage.
Yeah.
She's willing to paint them the color you want them.
Yeah.
So are they a standard size dowel rod?
Yeah, they're 1 inch by 1 inch in diameter, round, by 6 foot tall.
Okay, so they're 1 inch dowels. Okay.
And I've put eyelets at the top and 3 foot down, which is a standard flag size.
Okay.
So if your flag's a little short or a little big, we can zip tie it and make it work. But yeah, so basically I didn't want everyone to have to deal with flagpoles. I know that 10 years ago that was kind of a last minute. So I already have them. I can paint them a different color. And then and then you need someone to hold the flagpole for both the reception and the luncheon. So once again, you need a flag, a finial, a holder, and a color. Those are the 4 things to do with the flag.
Finial technically optional,
but it looks nice. And then the other thing is, for the luncheon, you do want to kind of think about your outfits. Like if you're a younger chapter and you don't have a chapter lava fabric, you might want to pick one out. Or I don't know if there's 2 months, so I don't know if you have time to design one or not, but there's plenty of good fabrics out there. And, just kind of think about your regalia. And I think that's it as far as that's concerned.
The flagpole bases that we have for when people aren't holding them, when they're placed around the room. So during the Thursday night reception, we want the flags just in these bases that we already have at our house. But the bottom of the base it needs covered. So we recommend a chapter lava, an extra chapter lava, or some kind of fabric that is similar color. We'd like you to bring that. So what size you type, like lava size?
Yeah, lava size, 1.5 yards, something like that. Just something to wrap around. It could be like a sarong, whatever.
Yeah, we can show you the bases. We can get a picture into the forum eventually. And then that we're going to do that again during the luncheon. That we're not going to make the flag bearers just hold the flags the whole time. After everyone is entered and the opening welcome is done, then they will go and place their flags in these holders again, and then they get to seat themselves. So that's
so Heather, I'm going to get to you, but just to recap, we need the flag, the finial, someone to hold it, tell me the color, and something to cover up the base. 5 things. How perfectly FOM is that? All right, Heather, what do you need? Or what was your question?
Were you going to get to tablecloths?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. So, what I've discussed, so the room is super white. It is like a white canvas. And so what I've been talking to the Kwooluku about are tapa parties to make a 3-foot round tapa pattern. So I put together a PowerPoint about tapa print and the importance of tapa in Polynesia. It's basically their most valued items. It's their currency, so to speak. So I think that it would be a really interesting, communal get-together kind of thing.
Save it.
Communal get-together thing to do this. You can pick any kind of island pattern. In my PowerPoint, I go through the islands and like the different stylistic things. So you could have something like from Rapa Nui. You could have something from Papua New Guinea, Tonga, Fiji, whatever. or you could just make up your own stuff, but you can kind of look at what's going on with that. I want them to be round and 3 foot because if they're square, then you have it interfering with table settings, and I don't want people like eating on like if the cloth has like a fringe or something and your plate's uneven. It just makes it kind of uniform and nice looking. Top of prints are generally nature colors like beige and brown and red and black. So I think that no matter what the design, they'll all kind of go together. And then this is something that all chapters will have as like a sacred item for themselves. So if you're hosting a party or you're doing something out in public where you have a table, you could like drape it over your table. Like it is a like an heirloom thing that your chapter then has. Suzanne?
Yeah. The question is how large are the tables? So are these like 70-inch rounds, or how big are we talking about for these covers?
They're 6-foot rounds, I think.
But
okay.
But
the rondelle is just 3 foot. We just want a
3 foot
round, yeah.
3 foot round. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and they can be hemmed, or you can put like a zigzag around it. In the presentation, there's actually there's one island that does like a bunch of like fringe with like zigzag scissors. It's kind of cool. You could like put raffia around you can get as crazy as you want with it, but it's basically 3 foot round, any kind of pattern. I wouldn't get too crazy about the middle of the pattern because we'll probably have a centerpiece. However, if you want it to be used for other things, then you probably want something in the middle. Yeah. You can do muslin, you can use, quilters cotton, you can use broadcloth. The tapa that I did for our bar is all Home Depot drop cloth. You probably want to like prime it with some kind of basic paint first to get that kind of mulberry made texture into there. I mean, you could get really fancy and learn how to batik, but I think that's a little beyond what's going on here. But just whatever you think you want to do. Carl, what is your question?
Yeah, and this is going back to the flag, so I apologize.
Okay, no, not at all.
How far down is the top eyelet from the top of the flagpole?
I think it's like an inch. I'll have to look. But
yeah, because I just want to, if we make a finial, I want to make sure it can slide on that top without interfering with the top eyelet.
Let's say 2 inches, because I've done the ones for like Gumbo Limbo and National because I needed them for Q's funeral. And I think I just did an inch down, but let's say 2 inches because I haven't put the eyelets in.
Yeah, we can move them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's as easy as like.
As long as you tell us, with some time.
Yeah.
Not the week of the event.
But yeah, I'm gonna say 2 inches. Let's just go with that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Double R.
Hey, LaRue?
Just to verbalize it, what mounting system are you using for the finial to the top of the flagpole?
That is what I'm kind of leaving that up to you. But epoxy most likely, or else if it's something that you want to like take home with you, I guess we could do some kind of Velcro system. Please just feel free to reach out with me, whatever you decide. The ones that I made for the National and the Gumbo Limbo, I used.
You glued them.
I used like liquid epoxy, and then I kind of built around them with like epoxy putty and painted them.
My chapter is fairly nerdy, so we will probably have a discussion about mounting systems.
Go for it. I'm all ears. Like we've got 2 months. Just let me know like before 2 weeks out.
Hey, LaRue.
Yes.
I've got another question about the centerpiece tapa cloth.
Yeah.
We were planning on using our chapter colors to make a centerpiece and quilt that or do some kind of
fancy.
But you're talking about using natural colors.
It's okay. Use your colors. Okay. It's fine. Yeah. Like I'm not going to limit anyone's creativity. I was just saying like, I just think generally in the room, it'll look great together no matter what's going on. Like as long as it generally looks like tapa print, go for it.
Okay. And then I have another question about the Kwooluku.
Mm-hmm.
If he or she is not attending, does the Tohunga or the highest ranking person usually take that place? Correct?
Yeah. Not necessarily. So basically who I have coming. Oh,
what I would recommend that you just choose, like, it could be the highest ranking, but you might be like, oh, I'm the Tohunga, I got all these other responsibilities. This person is a great chapter member who's kind of interested in this stuff. Let's give them a role. It really it's
so basically the Kwooluku has 30 people in it, and so we have 15 that are actually attached to a chapter. But so there's a lot of chapters that have overlap, like where there's 1 or 2 people in the chapter that are part of the Rocco. The reason people are in Rocco is they're interested in ritual and they want to like help create ritual. So I never want to like limit that, so to speak. The people that I know that are coming are Kayahi, Rocket Betty, myself, Miss Vermilion, Fragipani, Fordeke, Professor Mahiki, and Tane, and Maoleo Fox, which is Gumbo Limbo. That's who has bought tickets that are actually Kwooluku. For the evening reception, like exactly what Don said. Like you want to just choose whoever is, going to be available. Yeah. For the luncheon, it doesn't really matter. We really just need a flag bearer for the luncheon.
Yeah, we'll have enough actual Kwooluku for the luncheon.
Because like with that list of people, those are going to be my breadcrumb people helping to make sure people know the password and they're in the right place.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Any questions about like ritual or anything like that in general, since we've got everyone here? All right. Cool. All right, with that, anyone who is not in the Rocco Orongo can go ahead and say goodnight.
Can I say one thing quick, Luru?
Yeah, sure.
Especially if the folks are going to drop off. The amount of work you're doing to prepare for this is deeply appreciated, right down to painting the polls. So thank you for all of not only the creativity but the actual labor that you're putting in. I know Don's helping, but I know you're doing a crazy amount of work. So thank you.
Well,
yes,
I'm doing it because I love you all. And I feel like, I've been doing this Rocco Orongo thing for a long while now, and I feel like lately it's been picking up some momentum and energy, and I just want to match that momentum and energy. So, I just want to make sure that this Secret Society Fraternal Order is as weirdly ritualistic as everybody wants it to be. And I just want to make sure things go pretty smoothly at the family reunion FOMCON. So
tell Tohungas they can stay if they want.
Oh, the Tohungas can stay. We're just going to talk a little bit about ritual items and things like that. So if you want to stay, you can. I just wanted to let you go if you're like, because we're almost at an hour, and I didn't want to keep you and talk to you about like detailed stuff if you didn't want to stay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you already have your conch blowers chosen.
That was a question.
And I know how to blow it if you need me.
Yes, absolutely. So that was actually on my list. So yeah, the reason I have 2 is what we found out with Gumbo Limbo rituals in the last couple of years is it's a little bit of pressure for people that aren't as amazing as you are with the flute and so forth, and trumpet to blow the conch. And so if you have 2 people, it's a little less stressful because if one person goes like you still have the conch. So that's why we have 2 people.
No, I think that's a really good idea.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah. So you're definitely, I'm writing down your name right now.
Well, let me know if you need me.
For sure. And that was another question I had for everyone that I forgot to ask, which is we would need one more conch blower. So if anybody else is like, oh, they're amazing. I have who's raising their hand? Darren.
Yes, we have 3 conchs in our chapter, and we got a couple people who are really good at blowing them too. I can blow one really well.
Okay, so this is done. Okay, so you guys are the conch blowers. I've got your names written down on my official notes. It's in the AI notes. It's being recorded, so you guys are the 2 people. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so I have one that's waxed and everything. You said you have 3. So
yeah, we have 3. We have
figure
2
that out.
super good ones and one
Okay.
pretty decent one.
Okay. So we'll figure that out as we get closer.
Yeah, I imagine we'll find a way to bring them all too. So.
I've always wanted to like embed it with like silver and jewels and everything, but I'm not there
Mine
yet.
is gold.
It's
Because
gold?
yeah, because Granite Tiki, I won it in a contest. And he gave away the gold, silver, and I don't know, bronze conchs, and I won the gold conch.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
have one too.
Perfecto. Maybe
the
we should make
bronze
that
one
part of
was
the
more the
Birdman
copper.
games is like how, if people can, well, I don't know, conch blowing is part of the.
That's a different conversation.
That's a whole different conversation. Okay.
I love that actually.
All right. Any other questions or comments? No? Okay. So this is your opportunity if you've had enough and you're not in the Rocco Orongo, if you want to head out, go ahead and head out. Otherwise, we'll just keep on trucking for a little bit longer.
Aloha.
Aloha, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for
I'm
coming.
gonna take off. Night.
Good night. All right. Is this everybody then? No, yeah, not yet. Dum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, but because it's like sort of recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, I'm boarding the ferry now, so I might be a little in and out.
Okay. All right. So this is everyone. I don't want to keep us too much longer because it's, it's a weeknight and we've already talked for an hour. What I wanted to talk to you about are 2 different things. One is ritual item distribution, and the other is current threads that are active. So as I texted to people this week, I do have 2 different text chats, and I don't really want to go over to WhatsApp just because I really just want those text chats to be like, hey, look at the boards. Like, I don't want to have to like involve more people with trying to get on another app and more technology. So I hope everyone is okay with that. It's really just for me to be like, hey, check it out. So actually that's where I'm going to start then is right now we have the current topics of conversation. So Ron lost his dog and he's very sad, as we all are sad when we lose our pets. So we're working on a morning ritual for pets, but I also think that, so what I put up was some ideas about a drink that we could make that's like a morning drink. And I think that could actually be like a regular morning, like if you lose any person as well. But I really enjoyed what Margot put up about the relationship of pets to people in Hawaii. And I really like our conversations lately where people are finding more information about culture and adding it into the threads. And really, I've learned a lot actually in the last couple threads about some things. So if anyone, hold on. We got our house termite tented and they put tear gas in our house and it really like messed up my lungs, so I apologize.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like for the last week we've just been like
Florida.
They're like, oh, we're airing it out, and they opened the window like an inch. So we got home and we're like, ah. Anyway, so the morning ritual, if we could jump on that sooner than later and try to figure out some stuff. Basically, I've got a seaweed idea going. Dawn has been working on making a drink with some seaweed, but we're also trying to make it a pleasant, nice drink. So we don't want it to be too seaweed salt forward. If anyone has any ideas on that, that would be great. I also posted like a little AI poem that we could like riff off of and make our own poem.
Cocktail nerds on the call, which I see several of you, we're thinking of nori infused agricole because there are properties of seaweed that work with morning. There are properties of sugarcane that work with morning, and then we figure out what to do with that. But you can also come up with something way better.
Yeah. The properties of sugarcane actually just work with most medications and herbal remedies. And it's, it's a sweetener, a spoonful of sugar. So it can be simple syrup or it can be sugarcane. So Don was like bitching Agricole. So there's that. But if you guys could jump on that, like the sooner we can
if you haven't read the thread, she's got a lot more about poems and like recognition. The cocktail is just an addition.
They're both strong things. And if anyone has any other ideas, that would be great. But if you guys could jump on that, the sooner, sometimes
someone hurting and he needs the
sometimes we get requests and it takes us 6 months to answer people, and I'd love to have a little quicker turnaround. We also have current threads are the hug shake. What's your box look like? Is this stick talking to me? Pass me some more rum, and zen the fuck out. So if you want to take a look at those threads and just add some comments, even if it's just like some dumb comment, I would love to see some action on those. Ritual items was the big topic last meeting. There is a spreadsheet, and there are links to the spreadsheet in the Rocco Rongo under the ritual item thread. If you guys could check in on that, and what I really need is some help. So specifically, we've had some conversation about the Kwooluku books, and I think what we've really decided is we do want to go with a fancier traveler book. Four Deck Ape has a really kind of crazy old machine that can like gold foil print, emboss the covers. So maybe we can do something with that. And I can go ahead and order them. That's not a problem. But if someone would like to maybe it's Four Deck Ape, but if someone can kind of take over like figuring like that part out, the mana handkerchiefs, Rocky Betty put up a thing. If someone could just take it upon themselves, fill your name into the chart and go ahead and figure out what the best price is. I think we're good on that. The magnets, the napkins. So basically we need some prices, which I think most of them are filled in. And so I'm getting ready to like submit that to the temple to make sure that it's like an approved thing, because we want these items to be something that you get as a perk for being part of the order. You don't get a fez right away. Like you join and you're like so excited, and then you're like, oh, I get to go to meetings. Yay. Right? So I would really like to have these as, you get a handbook and you get all these things as part of your entrance. So what we're trying to do is get these all put together for the FOMCON. I'd like to distribute them in the swag bags so that cuts down on some of the distribution from the Kwoolukus. A lot of people, like we have quite a few Tongane coming, and that's a big issue for Margot, like shipping things to all different people. And keeping track and so forth. So if we can get this stuff done in the next 2 months and be able to distribute 120 of these items, that would be really great. Professor Pineapple did a great job of collecting all the data. Thank you everybody for filling out the charts. So if you all can take a look at that spreadsheet, and just if you see something that's not filled in with a cost, take 20 minutes and figure out what a good supplier is, fill that in, and then we'll try to get that in. And then if I can, like, if you can sign up and be like, okay, I'll be in charge of the Kwooluku books, that would be awesome too. So that's that. Any questions there? All right. Don, you seem to be ready and in place. Are you ready and in place? All right, I'm going to go on in and we'll do the all FOM mana ritual. Pardon me.
We're on.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. First, these are going to light. Oh. Okay, I'm lighting the incense. Hopefully. All right. We've got Diplomatico.
Cats running around.
All right, so I've got a goat, I've got a crazy ass brainfish, I've got a moai, and I have a fez. So this is an all FOM mono ritual. And I have the egg here. All right, so you ready, Donnie? Donnie?
What? No, not acceptable.
Okay, ready? Why
Maria,
all FOM,
all FOM,
all FOM,
FOM,
all
all
FOM,
FOM,
all FOM, all FOM. All right. So I think with that, unless there's any other questions or comments, I think we're good.
You go out to the other ones and see what, because I'm on a phone.
Hey, Luru, I have one thing.
Okay, she's going to the other computer with, where she can see everybody. And I'm going to shut this one down once she gets there.
All right. Question answered.
Yeah, I'm here because our designee is probably not going to be from the Cocoa Roo, probably is not going to be able to make it to FOMCON, and you've kept me on the Rokurorango, and I'm happy to be here and to participate. But I'm probably going to have to take up the mantle for Star Edge at FOMCon.
Yeah, that is wonderful. And this is
that's why I made a point of being here.
I love it. I was happy to see you. I'm always happy to see you. But yeah, that is going to be the case, and that's kind of a nice thing about having a couple people being part of Rokurorango in your chapter, is for this kind of situation. But you're always a welcome member, whether you're a chapter shaman or not, because it takes a lot of people it takes a village to make these rituals come to life. So yeah,
I'm emeritus at this point, but apparently I've been pressed back into duty. I'm happy to do it.
So yeah, so basically just, at that reception, just, help us turn on some lights and lead your chapter out to the beach. I think I had the list here, but you've got like Carol and Turbo, and there's
I don't know. Nobody has really posted who all has firmly committed. I know Turbo has. I have. I'm not sure if anyone else has.
Power of the Tiki and Tiki J.
Yeah, Power of the Tiki and Tiki J. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great.
Yay.
We'll have a small circle.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, similarly, it doesn't look like Luck is going to be able to make it, but as his shrinker and as the Tohunga of Uyana Manaloa, if you guys can add some what roles should I designate to Jess and Dan versus what roles do I need to roll as Tohunga would be awesome.
Yeah, because
I love ritual, so I'll do all that, but I don't want to shirk my Tohunga duties either.
So, Doubler, are you coming?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's you and Jess and Dan?
Yeah, I think that's a three of us.
I would just say, you can do the Kwooluku thing with the torches on the beach. Okay. And then you can decide who's the flag person. That's really, and then if you can help me with the breadcrumb situation at the luncheon, getting people from the restaurant to the bar, to the ballroom, I think that'll be good.
I can absolutely do that for y'all.
Okay.
Sorry, for yins.
For yins. We lived in Louisiana for 4 years, so I'm partial to all y'all. I like all y'all.
Although I think, Lou, as we look at which people you have there for ushering and stuff, folks like Will, who are from pretty small chapters, we want to probably try to let them get into the room with their group.
Yeah.
So we'll want to just kind of look at the head counts.
Yes, exactly. And what I was thinking, so part of the reason Margot and I talked last night, or Was it just 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
She's Tongane, so she's like the last chapter to leave the restaurant. So she can actually leave. And so I was kind of thinking about the breadcrumbing situation like that. And hopefully I can make it that so that we have.
You can go with your group.
So it's like the younger chapters. The younger chapter Kwooluku are like the people helping with the breadcrumb. And then they can kind of like peel off and enter into the room with their chapter, because I would like people to go in with their chapter. I've got to put my head around that a little bit more, but that's what I was kind of thinking.
I will say that we could definitely, while we only have me right now in the Kwooluku for the Tungane, I know there are other people who would not mind probably being breadcrumbs in our Tungane. We have a lot of Tungane coming.
That's a good idea.
So, and since we're last, we could just be the ones who are the breadcrumbs, because I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people that would be like, oh yeah, I'll help out, no problem.
Yeah, it's only like 5, so it's not even that many.
Right, but I mean, honestly, like there's so many Tungane, like we have a lot of people coming.
Yeah.
I love
symbolism is great too.
Pardon?
I think.
Huh?
Say it again, Gabe.
Oh, I just think that the symbolism is great too. The kind of spread out, the individual islands too.
So we're there to help. We're like floating in the ocean, like, hey.
Well, and personally, like pretty much every one of my Pittsburgh people came from Tongane.
Right.
Like we're all Moai that have found an island.
Hey, Margot, I know Scott is very interested in
he is
all of that too. So
I was really
I'm not sure if
he's
coming. I'm not sure if he's coming to FOMCON or not. I need to double check with him.
He is. I was just texting him right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know he's very interested. He and I talked about it, and I actually know of a couple other people who are interested as well.
Yeah. So I was hoping to meet him, and he came to the Maikai recently, and we went, and we were really looking forward to meeting him, but it didn't work out with like the show time and stuff. So
dang it!
I was really bummed because I was gonna ask him if he wanted to join, but I've been thinking about him, and let me know who else, because I'm happy, I don't want to have everyone in the Rocco, but at the same time, like I want to have people that are actually really interested and excited, like it just makes for a better conversation.
He is very interested and very excited. Like he and I have talked about it a couple of times, and I actually plan to talk to you about it anyway. We just haven't had time.
I knew from his quest that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
But within established chapters, we also want to respect the leadership of the chapters, and
right.
So, but
there's that as well.
I serve as the Tohunga of the Tongane, so I think we can add some people who are interested for sure.
Yeah, and I think that if we just have the Tongane help out, then that way it takes away from everybody like not being able to walk with their group. I want people to walk with their group, and since we're last, it's fine. We can all walk together.
Great idea.
All right. Anything else?
Thank you, Laura and Don, for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Can't wait to visit Hideaway again.
So, yes.
If you can stay till Sunday, there will probably be some opportunities.
Maybe.
Bus and truck tour.
Bus and truck.
Bus and truck tour.
Like, what is it when people live in New Jersey? Like the tunnel, bridge and tunnel.
Bridge and tunnel.
There's going to be a bus
and truck. It's going to be, one of the trucks is going to be full of all the binders I'm buying right now.
All right.
There's a special on Prime Day, so I'm going to have a bunch.
Awesome.
All right. Anybody else have any fun, exciting news they want to share or anything to end the meeting with?
Who's shaking a drink?
Oh, wait, that was just my keyboard. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, we sound like somebody shaking a cocktail in the background.
I can take my screen.
I mean, if you want, I have my bartending
me.
kit here, so I could shake you all a drink. But no, that was just my. I was talking to Jess and Dan and trying to figure out where we're figuring out all this stuff.
No, it's funny. It's just you exude cocktail sounds without even meaning to.
I love it.
Yep, there it is.
Aloha, everyone.
All right, aloha. Love you guys.
Take care. Good night.
See you later.
Ciao.
Can't wait to see you all in
Good
person.
night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, John.
Ahoy ho.
You're Darren.
There we go. Hello.
Made it. You'll probably want to stop your recording.
Good idea.